welcome back to episode 2. In this episode we are going to be creating the parser, which will analyze the list of tokens and determine what code should be run. So this means by the end of this episode we will be able to see hello world printed out on the screen. Right, let's get started. So we're just going to get rid of this loop, we don't need it anymore. And we're going to create a new class called Parser. Now the parser will take in a list of tokens. So I'm going to just assign that to self.tokens, and then we're also going to have a token index variable, which will be the index of the current token. Now we are going to create a parse method which will parse the tokens. And down here we're just going to create a new parser, and we will pass in the tokens, and then we will call parser.parse. Now in the parse method we're going to call self.program, which is going to parse the entire program. Now at the moment all we have in our program is statements, such as a print statement, but in the future we will have other things such as functions and variables. So what we're going to do is create a statements method which will parse all the statements. So in here we're going to loop through every token in the list of tokens, so while the index is less than the length of the tokens, and we will increment the token index. Now we're going to create a new method called eat, and this method is going to take in a token type, and what it's going to do is it's going to compare the token type to the current token type, and if they match it's going to increment the token index so that we advance to the next token, and then it's going to return that token. So we're going to get the current token, and then we're going to check if that token type matches the token type passed in, and if it does we will increment the token index and return the token. So now in the statements method we're going to set function token to self.eat identifier, which looks for an identifier and then assigns the token to function token, and then if the function's token value is equal to print, we will eat a string token, and we will print out a string dot value. And before we run the program we're also going to convert this value to uppercase, and this means if you type in print in lowercase it will convert it to uppercase when it's doing the check, and that means you can type in print in any case you want. So if we run the program now, hopefully it will work. Yes, it does, and we'll just make sure it works with another print statement. So if we run that again, oh right, I see why that happened now. It's because I incremented the token index here, even though the eat method already does that, so I was actually skipping 2 tokens every time. So hopefully if we run that again, it should all work. Great. Right, that's going to be it for this episode. So at the moment we are interpreting the code inside the parser, but in the next episode we are going to be making a separate interpreter class for interpreting the code. So if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe if you want to watch more, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode.